So I've gotten a number of comments or emails asking me to speak more specifically about the subject of supply, narcissistic supply. And I'm going to try to do that. Just please remember, I'm going to speak from my own experiences, and your story may be different. However, when I say he or she, or if I'm talking about parent, the narcissist and their supply can be applied no matter if it's a parent, a spouse, an ex-spouse, boyfriend, a girlfriend, etc. So don't listen so much to the term or the person I'm identifying, but as to a narcissist. When somebody truly is a narcissist, they have this amazing empty hole inside of them. And they have to fill it. If they do not fill this hole, they're left alone to look at themselves. So what they have to do is they have to continuously, always create havoc, despair, confusion. And they do this in many, many different ways. They have to continuously have the focus put on other things besides their own low self-esteem, besides their own history. They've got to make sure that that focus is not placed on their own ill deeds and their own shortcomings. And we always, you and I, we have shortcomings. We're human beings. We all have shortcomings. I've got plenty of them. I've had plenty of them. But with the narcissist, it's a personality disorder. And they, number one, cannot be left alone to look at their own shortcomings and misdeeds. And let's face it, evil doings. But number two, they have to deflect. They have to take those shortcomings and those misdeeds and those evil doings, and they have to, what we call, project them onto other people, creating havoc and chaos. So they have to continuously do that, because if they stop, even for a moment, they're left alone, exposed. This exposure makes them look at themselves, and they can't stand to do that. This exposure allows others to see for a brief moment what the narcissist truly is and what they're truly doing and what they're really up to. So they've got to play this continuous game. It's a catch-up game. They've always got to deflect off of themselves unless they're bringing positive attention to themselves. Their supply comes in many, many different forms. And I'm going to tell you this again. I say this strongly. I don't want to go into details, but you know what I'm talking about. A lot of times the supply can be very dangerous. Lethal, in fact. So the narcissist will use supply such as speaking to one person or to the many people that know you and degrading you, making up lies. So what they're doing is they're feeling good about themselves by degrading you in the light of others. They're taking that reflection off of them and deflecting it onto you, where others see this. But they have to keep this going, so they're constantly looking like that shark swimming in the water that never sleeps. Boom, there's another source of supply. That could be, and often is, your children, their grandchildren, or perhaps if you're in a divorce, the narcissistic parent, your ex-spouse, or about to be ex-spouse, or even present spouse, will use the disgusting tactic of using your children in negative fashions against you. This is so unhealthy for the children. Even if the narcissist is doing it with their grandchildren, they are not doing it with the attention of the grandchild in mind. They're doing it with the intention of filling their own supply by hurting you, by triangulating and making your children confused and look at you with a scratching of their head. And when they're done with that, they're going to move on to the next thing, a sibling or someone in your social circle. They're going to surround themselves with their own social circle. They find ways of supply in this, such as a religious group. They're going to become these wonderful religious people, and God bless us all, and God bless you, and oh, I am so blessed. They'll find it in other social circles. The Red Hats clubs for ladies. Perhaps a VFW club for men, or an Elks club. Whereas they can present themselves as someone whom they are not. They can put this facade up, thus always getting supply. So they're getting feedback as if they were good people. And this is allowing them to stay alive. This is allowing them to breathe continuously. Because remember, if they don't have this continuous source of supply, it's got to be continuous. They are left alone to look at themselves, and they're vulnerable to other people to see what they truly are. The narcissist is always on the hunt for supply. It is always about supply. Always. This is why, if you take a look at one of my videos, The Other Shoe, this is why, as victims of narcissists, we are always waiting for the other shoe to drop. If there's a moment of calmness, you and I know that the shit's going to soon hit the fan. Something's going to happen. And it usually happens continuously around the holidays. The narcissist will use these holidays to fill their supply. Whether it be by giving you a lousy gift, letting you know that you're worthless. And let's face it, who needs a gift? Wouldn't we rather have unconditional love from a family member, right? Who needs a gift? But they'll go out of their way to give you a crappy gift to let you know what they really think about you. That's a form of supply. They're communicating to you via this crappy gift. They'll use the holidays to throw in little digs and jabs or anything else that they can to degrade you, to belittle you. Thus, in their minds, raising their level of social status. Any opportunity the narcissist will use for supply, they will grab it if it's given to them. No contact, for me, is the only solution. But even I know that I am not feeding the narcissist ammunition supply, that they're still banging the living hell out of me through others. But there's going to come a time, as that time of no contact grows, there's going to come a time where narcissists are going, Jesus, she's not talking to this guy in 2 years. What the hell? But what's interesting also is the narcissist may not even be telling other people that they're in no contact with you. I had my kid brother live with me from the ages of 15 to 20. And there are members, close members in my family that had no idea, that were assuming that my brother was still living with his mother for all of those 5 years. That narcissist has to create this persona, this front, this bogus person for others to think of them as a good person. Because again, if that persona is taken away just for a moment, they're exposed and they can't stand it. They will implode. So they are constantly on the lookout for some sort of supply. And if it's given to them, they will pounce. The holidays, a birthday, a religious holiday, because we all know how much they adore the religion, because they're holier than thou. If given the opportunity, the narcissist will see it as their oxygen and will seize upon it to get that confusion going again, to hurt, to harm, to create havoc, to cause mass dysfunction between the siblings. This is supply. Don't give the narcissist any supply. Cut them off completely if it's harming you. Nothing. Not a text. Not even to tell them that they're sick bastards. Don't even go there, because that in itself, believe me, is supply. They actually want to create that conflict. They will tell you something that they know you will dispute. They will tell you something that they know that you will go, hey, that's a lie. Just that conflict, that easy conflict, is their supply. They've got to keep that oxygen going. They've got to keep breathing, or else they're exposed, they'll wither, and they'll die. No supply. And to a narcissist, everything is about supply. I'm going to keep making videos on this because it's incredibly important. Please give us your examples. Share with us your examples of your narcissistic supply that the narcissist in your life goes for. Thank you so much. I'm wishing you great peace this holiday. I'm right here with you.